On this episode of Haltech Heroes, we're getting up close and personal with Eric Jarvis, owner of Mad Scientist Automotive, and his shop car, this awesome little Honda S2000.
My name's Eric Jarvis. This is my 2001 Honda S2000. I am the owner of Mad Scientist Auto, and this is what I use to learn on, so I don't have to learn on all my customers' cars. It's got a lot of mistakes. It's just basically one large mistake.
For those of you unfamiliar with Eric's Honda, it happens to be one of the fastest Honda K-Series powered drag cars in the world. Making well over 1,200 horsepower, this radical four-banger uses a unique compound turbo setup that you would think was mated to a diesel motor.
It is a K-Series. It's a K24 block. It is a billet block. It is a stock cast cylinder head. No porting currently. We're testing that out. Drag Cartel 3.2 camshafts. Basic aluminum rod motor. Nothing honestly that fancy. Not a lot going on here. We've got a Precision Pro Mod 88 feeding a 7685. It is a compound turbo car, and it's one of very few of those in the four-cylinder land. So,
thanks to that, he can now run head studs to keep everything in line when he throws over 60 pounds of boost down this little four-cylinder motor's throat. The party trick, though, is the compound turbo setup, which uses a smaller Precision 7685 to feed the massive Pro Mod 88mm turbo. Eric tells us the major challenge was setting up the wastegates independently, which he managed using a Haltech Elite 2500T ECU.
I'm using a Haltech 2500T in the car. It's been so reliable, I can't see changing it yet. I love everything functions off the Haltech. I don't have any extra boost control added to it. I don't do anything else, and it's been flawless for the last few years. I have no complaints at all. It controls my nitrous, trans brake bump, all the boost control. The boost control is something I really worried about with the compounds, having to control them independently, and it works awesome. Not a lot of people, I think I had to invent some stuff there, and the Haltech gave me the ability to do that, so that helped out a whole lot. It keeps things safe. I don't quite use all the safeties I probably should when it's race day, but it has them sometimes when we're testing. So no, man, it's been flawless for me so far. I mean, I guess so far it doesn't even count, because I've ran the absolute crap out of this thing. So we'll go hot lap somewhere, and like I said, it does everything I need it to do.
Backing all this up is a Power Glide automatic and a custom Hughes torque converter. Eric was concerned it wouldn't get up to boost quickly, but thanks to a dump valve and some creative anti-lag settings, he can leave the line with a sub 120 60 foot. Out back, we find a 9-inch Ford rear end with a 411 gear and 40 splined gun drilled axles, a custom housing with Mincer shocks and coilovers. And while it may seem overkill for a chassis that only has a 94-inch wheelbase, Eric says he has never broken an axle or suspension mount.
Last season, I made 75 hits, 75 passes, racing the car, and had 0 failures. No issues at all.
The best part about this little Honda is just how damn fast it is. Eric tells us he set a new personal best with a 4:58 in the 8th mile using the new compound setup.
We were worried about the auto in the beginning, how it would spool, and a lot of things like that. And this car's been an auto K-Series for 4 or 5 years now, and it works. It works really well. It actually is I love it. If it weren't for the K-Series block being kind of a weak link, because I like to stay with the 99mm stock crankshaft still. I like to stay with that because of the extra torque to get it on the converter and stuff like that. Aside from that, I would tell you aside from it wanting to split the block in half, I would say it's the perfect thing to run. If anything under 1,000 horsepower, it's probably, you can't beat it. Anything over that through the auto, it's a non-lockup, so I mean the car the car makes some power. I mean, it's a Hughes converter. It's actually really efficient. It does extremely well. But I mean, it's still not a lockup. It's still gonna have some slip.
Eric originally got the car as a roller, and while it was set up for a 2JZ inline 6, he was much more comfortable with a Honda driveline, having experience with building both fast front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive Civic.
This is the second S2000 I've had. I wrecked the first one and it was not fixable, not easily. This is the old Drag International car, so it was orange and it had a 2J in it. One might say that I've definitely ruined it. It's been cosmetically, I have duct taped it, and yeah, it was a beautiful car. I bought it, it had been wrecked recently. Larry's awesome. Those guys are awesome. Larry, Chris, everybody that helps out with their stuff. But we bought it with no engine in it, put the K in there. We've actually been faster now in the 8th than he went in the 8th, and that's without a wheelie bar. So I hope he doesn't watch this. I don't want to hear him yell at me again. Last time I poked him in person about it, he wouldn't feed me that day.
His goal for the rest of the 2021 season will be to focus on making quarter-mile passes.
In a 736 at 186 in the quarter, but I've never went down the track with it on kill. It's always been kind of, you know, I'm scared of it because I haven't made a lot of quarter. I've made like 3 full quarter hits in the last 3 years, so I'm not quite there yet. But we are going to shoot for a 6-second pass, consistently running 6-second passes sometime before World Cup. That way we can try to contend and hopefully put everybody else on the trailer. So
all of this awesomeness was thought up, fabricated, and tested at Eric's shop, Mad Scientist Automotive in Catlettsburg, Kentucky. The brainchild of Jarvis and a few friends, they can handle all facets of race car building.